Mrs. Danielle DeVita back with another video. I overheard someone say that marriage is overrated. A lot of women say, I like the strong silent type. Well, a lot of men like the feminine silent type. And for sure, it's going down. So a lot of times people are not getting the value. When to speak and when to be quiet is one of the most powerful. She's going to be aggressive thinking that. And as someone who's been married for 12 years, she's driven, not lazy. And this will make yourself and get on the right path. That understand that you might be doing a disservice to your daughter. If you don't help her understand vetting and proper decision making, now she's going to be a basket case later. If you don't help her understand emotional intelligence, she's going to hold on to a lot of emotional baggage. If you don't We live in a world where femininity, marriages, family, and courting is no longer valued. We live in hookup culture, situationships, and struggle love. The number one reason women struggle in long-term relationships, number one, femininity, and number two, staying in a relationship or entertaining people longer than the woman should. My name is Danielle DeVita, and I'm a relationship and femininity coach. I've been married for 12 years, and I want to help you get on your feminine journey and vet for the right man today. For more of my content, you can visit MrsDanielleDeVita.com, or you can go to YouTube, Instagram, or my Facebook page. Get on your feminine journey today. Welcome. We are live. I apologize about the brief delay. All right, so if this is your first time, welcome. My name is Danielle DeVita, and I am a relationship and femininity coach. And today we're going to talk about marriage through his eyes. So this is my husband, Lawrence, and we've been married for 12 years. And I'm going to ask him some questions just to get an understanding of how he views marriage, right? And I'm going to be in a vulnerable position because I'm going to ask him to be honest. I'm going to ask him some questions which I do not know the answer to, or of course I'd like to think that I know the answer, but I don't. We didn't discuss the answers. So I'm going to ask him some questions. But before I do that, please like, subscribe, share. I do have a StreamYard link, which I will be moving out of StreamYard at some point. But in the meantime, if you'd like to be on camera, ask questions, you can go ahead and click on that link and make sure you're camera ready. If you do not want to be on camera, you can just comment, or you can call 813-816-1813, and you will be live as a caller on this live stream. So we're going to get right to it, okay? So I'm going to ask you some questions, and I do want you to be honest. And I think that sometimes, we as men and women think and process things differently. So we view marriage differently. So I want to know how you view marriage in general and our marriage specifically, okay?
Sure, absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. If women understood or knew blank about men, marriage would be easier. What's the blank?
I would say the blank would be if women understood that men are fixers, and it's innate in men to want to fix issues. So, like for instance, when a woman comes to a man, even if she's coming just to vent or not really wanting help, but just wanting a man to listen, it's always in our nature to want to fix the issue. So, I think that a lot of times women may think that we're not listening or we're not being attentive to the needs. But no, we're just trying to fix the issue so that there's not an issue anymore. So I think that kind of hinders, for lack of a better word, men to really have the ability to communicate in the proper way. And I think it's just a confusion between men and women, and how we communicate with one another.
Okay, so you're saying it would be easier if we understood that it's not that you don't care, you're not listening, but you're naturally fixer. So you go straight to
Absolutely.
finding a solution than just listening to our problems like our girlfriend.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
We want to skip the issue and get right to the solution, if that makes sense.
Okay. All right. So you have it. This is a man saying that men are solution based, they're fixers, and it's not that, they don't care, but it's the girlfriends that fits, that listen to you vent and they want to be able to fix the problem.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I appreciate you mentioning that. And you look good, by the way.
Thank you. You look good.
Yes, thank you. All right. So, of course, it's the holidays. So, we like our New Year's resolutions. We want to make sure our marriage, we're going into the new year better. So, I inspire you, or I hope, or implore you to look at these questions and try to ask your significant other these questions. So, we're going to jump right in number 2.
Okay, let's do it.
If my love and respect for you were a car part, what part would it be?
A car part. Mm-hmm.
The way I express my love and respect for you.
I would say headlights. And the reason I say headlights is because um, you need headlights to maintain consistency in your driving. Okay, so let's say you're driving a car. If it's daylight outside, you can see everything. You have full clarity of the road, right? But at night, when it's dark, you need those headlights in order to be able to see and to actually navigate. And those headlights provide a level of consistency. And your love and respect for me is consistent. It doesn't change whether times are good or whether we're in the dark.
Okay. All right. So you're saying even when we are going through, whether it's a good day or a bad day with us, I show the same level of love and respect. It's consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you might be pissed off, but the love is still real.
Okay,
so.
Awesome. Thank you. And let me put on the comment section so when people are making comments. All right. So yes, please comment. If you have some thoughts that you wanted to say. Number 4. What does peace look like to you?
So for me, there's different variations to peace. Peace could be spending time with just you and I, right? Peace could be me working on my business ventures and things I like to do. Peace could always also be family time, right? And then peace can also be time of solitude for me to be able to just pause and reflect and just relax. So I think there's many variations when it comes to peace as far as I'm concerned. I don't think there's one set rule, so to speak, for what peace looks like for me.
Okay. But it sounds like overall what you're saying is peace is like quality time for you, whether you're bonding with family or dealing with your business or just being by yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Time.
Absolutely.
Time.
Yeah, time. I think time is the one thing in life is our most valuable asset that we won't get back. Is our time. So and I think we use our time so freely that we forget to pause and reflect about how important our time is. Yeah.
Okay. All
That's
right.
my opinion.
Okay. And Number 5, if you could explain marriage to an unmarried man, you'd tell him what?
That's a good question.
So there's a lot of unmarried men out here that's
Yeah.
listening to you. What would you say to them?
I would say marriage is um, marriage is ever changing, ever evolving. You can't go into marriage thinking that things are going to stay the same and not be prepared for change. And that change brings upon growth. And if you're in marriage with a partner that's willing to change as well, that growth leads to prosperity. I look at our marriage, for instance. We're not the same as we were when we started, 12 years ago, right? We both grew, and we both were open to growth, and that led to prosperity and other things, whether that be mental prosperity, financial prosperity, um, you know, a lot of those different things. So I would say just be open for change, and then also make sure that you're getting a partner that's on the same wavelength as you, as far as what your goals are in life and what you're looking to do. The worst thing to do is to get someone who doesn't share your same ideologies. I don't want to say passions because everybody has their own passions, but ideologies about values. Yeah, values. That's a better word. Yeah, yeah, values and standards for how you move about life.
Okay. All right. And number 6, my wife's emotions are blank.
Ooh. So your emotions are very consistent. So I'll go back to the last question you asked about love and things like that. I mean, you're very consistent in how you act and about your emotions. If it's good times, you're gonna be happy. If it's sad times, you're gonna be sad. If I did something to make you mad, you're gonna be angry. But your emotions are not sporadic, and it's not like they're not, what's the best
Like
word
moody, you're saying?
not moody. They're not. Your emotions are predictable, right? Which is a great thing. You don't want someone, that's unpredictable in how they're gonna react. I mean, you want some predictability when it comes to emotions. Like, you don't want to be watching a scary movie and your wife's laughing. Like, that's weird.
So you don't want
yeah.
someone crazy, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't want a crazy chick. Yeah.
All right, number 7. If you had to rate your marriage 1 through 10, it would be what and why?
Ooh.
And be honest,
Man.
because I understand that no one is perfect, no marriage is perfect. So
Yeah,
come here, baby.
you're probably gonna get mad at me about this one. You want honesty, right? So
Okay. Our little one wants to.
Order.
Oh, okay, baby.
You can go ahead and bring it up.
Oh.
So, anyways, so I would say our marriage is not. And for me, let me tell you why. So, I feel like marriage should never be to a point to where it's perfect. And what I mean by that, and this is just my thought. Everybody can have their own thoughts or opinions, but when you get to the stage of perfection in your marriage, that means you're no longer growing and you're no longer evolving. You know, um, you know, um, imperfection. Sorry, guys. Better what we're talking about. Yeah. So when you're in your marriage, you want to always be growing and you want to always be trying to get to that next level, whether it be mentally, financially, from a health perspective, and imperfection always has a presence of growth in whatever you do. So that's why I give it a 9. But we have a great marriage, awesome marriage. And a 9 is actually great because that
Yeah.
means we're continuing to grow.
Yeah, because if we say that we're 10, it's like, well, where do we go from here?
Exactly,
You know?
exactly. There's nowhere else to go. You have nothing else to do at that point. And really, more than that, it just shows that at that point, boredom. Boredom starts to seep in, or what's another word I'm looking for? You may begin to resent the other person, for instance. So that's why you have to keep spice in your marriage and things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, give me a second because I want to hear what you have to say for these next few, and I want to get the TV down from here. So, if you could, y'all, give me a quick break while we try to get this noise out the way. All right. Thank y'all. Okay, so we are back. Thank you. They were just so loud with the noise.
Children issues there. We'll be back with you guys.
I don't know if you guys heard Coco Melon if you have children. So we were like, we can't do this. Okay, so I asked you if you could rate the marriage, what would it be? And you said a 9. Correct. Because there's room for growth.
Always room for growth in your marriage. Yeah.
Okay, and then is that really your honest answer?
That's my honest answer. Seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you had number 8, if you had the chance to be single again, would you? Be honest. Knowing that we have 3 children.
No, I'm saying. No. It's great. It's great. Marriage has been a blessing, especially having you as a partner. And no, I wouldn't be single again. We've been able to, I feel like, get the most out of our marriage. And obviously that's come with challenges. It's come with unique challenges, and all marriages do. But because of reward at the end, anything you do that requires sacrifice, you're always going to get something in return if you stick with it long enough. And I feel like we've gone through so many different seasons, and seasonality is going to continue to happen. But the more things we go through, the stronger we grow together, and the more we're able to work cohesively to have a good marriage. So yeah, I would definitely stay married.
Okay. And then I think there might be a comment. So let's see what someone has to say. Darrell says, next week I'm ready. I guess you want to get onto the live stream. So we'll see if it fits into our what we're going to be talking about next week. So if anyone have any questions for the married man, and if you have honest questions that you really want to know, he'll give you the answer to it. Even
moment of honesty.
Right. Even if you're not on the live stream and you post your comments, I will make sure he goes back and responds to it. All right. So definitely make sure you put your comments in that you have for him on next or this Thursday. I'm sorry. In 2 days, we will do marriage through her eyes. So I'll provide my perspective on our marriage and marriage in general. And if you've listened to my content, you probably know how I feel about marriage in general. But I will tell you about how I feel about hubby here.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I didn't put a spotlight on you.
Yes. So
that works.
One other thing. What else would you like for wives and just women who want to be wives to know, to make sure the marriage is easier, not just for you, for for men in general?
I would say, just being understanding, being open. And really, this goes both ways. That goes back to being able to be able and willing to adapt to change within a marriage. And when you're looking for someone or when you're vetting for someone, making sure that you're being true to yourself. And what I mean by that is be honest about what it is that you want, and don't deviate away from the things that you want, in a marriage or relationship. Did I answer your question? Or was that
Yeah.
kind of off? Okay.
No, you did. So if you're listening and you're a woman, these are the things that men are saying that they want. And of course, this is what my husband is saying in regards to our marriage. But he is answering some questions for what most men are saying that they want. Most men kind of want peace. They want to be a fixer. They want to have someone who's consistent in marriage. So someone to grow with, someone that has the same standards as they do.
I would say something. Sorry, I mean cut you off. But ambition. I feel like that's very important. Especially in today's society. You want some. Me personally, I wanted someone with self drive because I have a lot of self drive myself, and you're definitely that person. That has a lot of self drive and initiative. So, like for me, I'm sure most men want that as well.
All right. Awesome. So, thank you so much for tuning in to Mrs. Danielle DeVita. Again, I am a relationship and femininity coach, and my goal is to help you find the person that's best for you. So, if you're a woman, my goal is to help you tap into your femininity and not be in a relationship longer than you need to be. And if you're a man, same thing. But for you to, um, you know, bask in your masculinity, and we don't believe in toxic masculinity here. We want you to be masculine. We want you to be leaders and have leadership qualities. And there's some things that you'll need to do that. I also have a book coming out, Commanding Respect from the Woman You Want. That will be coming out. I've already finished the editing now. Now I'm going to formatting.
Yes,
and then we'll have that out. I'll have it out in the ebook first, and then I'll get hard copies out. So I definitely want to make sure that I have it out by the end of this year. So in a few weeks. But before I submitted this book, I did ask my husband. I would, show him what I wrote and ask for his feedback. And a lot of this I looked at from listening to other men speak, listening to my husband speak, and so he will co-sign the things that I'm saying in this book. So if you're a man saying, "I don't want a woman's opinion," but remember, you want respect from a woman. So I'm telling you from a woman's perspective how we will respect you willingly. Right. And just same way I show respect to my husband, I'm pretty sure there are men who want women to respect them in that same manner. So these are going to be my opinion. What do you think? What would you say if a man was on the fence about purchasing Commanding Respect from the Woman You Want? A quick guide for men.
Like, ask me a question again.
What would you say to men who are on the fence about getting that book?
Oh, it's a playbook. It's definitely a playbook for us to see what. Actually, I would say more of instead of a playbook, is more of a advocate for what men are looking for. So it's a great book that's good for everybody. For men, it's kind of advocating in a sense, but then also it's advocating for women as well because it's teaching women how to properly vet and not settle. So yeah, so I would say it's a great book all around. I think it's a good read for everybody involved.
Yes. Now, I did forget about you women because that book is for men, Commanding Respect from the Woman You Want. But I do have a book especially for women that's going to be followed right after that. And it's called Girl, Go Get Your Husband. And it has a lot of the same wonderful qualities and things that you need as a woman to be the best woman, the best wife that you can be. Right. And how to properly vet in that process. And if you don't know what vet is, it is using your knowledge and your wisdom to discern to see if this person should be in your life. And I have not forgot about the young girls because I have a book that's coming out for teenagers, preteen, oh, wow, and teenagers.
I didn't even know about that.
Yes, one, so, and it's called Boy Bye. So that one is showing you, how to just some boys just can't be in your life. You can't be romantically involved with every boy that you just have a crush with, because there's a vetting process in that. And I really believe that this not should be something that women learn. You should actually learn it as a young adult, as a teenager.
Absolutely.
You
saves you a lifetime of hurt and pain.
It does. Yeah. So I've learned these things from my mama, right? So as I'm writing this book, I'm writing to you as the big sister. And if you are, and for the women's book, I'm writing to you as a friend, as a sister, and if you are a man, I'm writing from. I'll be that friend who's a girl who's gonna tell you the honest truth, right? All right. So we're gonna end off this night because he's looking pretty good over here. So we're gonna end this live.
You looking good.
Thank you. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. And again, don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching from Facebook, go ahead and follow me on there. If you see me from TikTok or Instagram, follow me from there. All right. So again, Mrs. Danielle DeVita. To know more about my content, you can go to MrsDanielleDeVita.com. All right. You all have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right. Y'all take care. All right. Trying to get this going.
We live in a world where femininity, marriages, family, and courting is no longer valued. We live in hookup culture, situationships, and struggle love. The number one reason women struggle in long-term relationships, number one, femininity, and number two, staying in a relationship or entertaining people longer than the woman should.
My name is Danielle DeVita, and I'm a relationship and femininity coach. I've been married for 12 years, and I want to help you get on your feminine journey and vet for the right man today. For more of my content, you can visit MrsDanielleDeVita.com, or you can go to YouTube, Instagram, or my Facebook page. Get on your feminine journey today.
Mrs. Danielle DeVita back with another video. I overheard someone say that marriage is overrated. A lot of women say, I like the strong silent type. Well, a lot of men like the feminine silent type. And for sure, it's going down. So a lot of times people are not getting the value. When to speak and when to be quiet is one of the most powerful. She's going to be aggressive, thinking that. And as someone who's been married for 12 years, she's driven, not lazy. And this will make yourself and get on the right path. That understand that you might be doing a disservice to your daughter. If you don't help her understand vetting and proper decision making, now she's going to be a basket case later. If you don't help her understand emotional intelligence, she's going to hold on to a lot of emotional baggage. If you don't